Ogbemudia Stadium to face Ekiti Queens in the final match before the mid-season break. With an impressive 6-game unbeaten streak comprising 4 wins and 2 draws, Edo Queens are one of only 4 teams alongside Raven Stars, Rivers Angels and Bayelsa Queens to remain unbeaten this season. Boasting 13 goals, Edo Queens sit comfortably in 2nd position on the Group A log with 14 points. Now this might just be a bonus as they take on Ekiti Queens, who have struggled to secure away points since their debut in the 2023 and 2024 season, although both teams are no strangers. I can tell you for sure that a win against Ekiti Queens will give Coach Moses Aduku a sense of tranquility heading into the mid-season break, while a loss for Ekiti Queens will leave Jacob Bundy. Of course, it will definitely lead him back to the drawing board to check how he can be able to come back stronger when the second stanza of the NWFL begins. I am Nengi Ernest Ademola, ready to take you through the thrills and action of this game right here at the Ogbemudia Stadium. It's set to be a game with thrilling actions, and Edo Queens will definitely be wanting lots of goals, while Jacob Bundy and his girls Ekiti Queens Let's take a quick look at the lineup for Edo Queens, the home side. Of course, Coach Mose has made 3 changes to the squad that faced Conference Queens last week. In goal, we have Ademola Morufat. She takes the reins, boasting confidence and ability to marshal the back line. The back 4 has been bolstered by 2 changes with Efe Osakolo, donning the captain's armband, making a return after just 3 games this season. Marvelous Akobaro, Oseni Miracle, and Uroko Valentina definitely completes the solid defense. In the midfield, the great trio of Gafayat Mafishere, MMSN, and Seidat Adebi are set to ignite the spark, not leaving out Goodness or Sigwe. Up front, we have Mary Mamudu, fresh from scoring her first goal in the season against National Amazons and scoring a brace in the FA Cup finals that led Edo Queens to the defense. They would be joining forces to form a formidable attack today against Ekiti Queens. Ekiti Queens, on the other hand, has Lucky and in goal for them. Jones Jimo, Bose Besua, Oluchi Ofwegu, Miracle Ohiari, Foluke Okpeori, Bakike Moses, Patience Yaro, Sheung Fakule, Rejoice Ikoyo, Zainab Ismail. Those are the players gracing the pitch for Ekiti Queens this evening against Edo Queens, the defending champions. All is set. Both teams are on the pitch, and there goes the whistle. It's kickoff right here at the Ogbemudia Stadium. But today, Edo Queens trade floodlights for sunlight. Most of the home games have been played under the floodlights, but today, we of course have sunlight for this particular game. Throw in for Ekiti Queens. Taken by Bosse. Early injury challenge for Ekiti Queens. That's Sheung Fakule down, but she's right back up on her feet. Osakolo takes a throw into the pitch. It's a hustle down the middle of the park for the ball. It's back to Ademola Morufat. Efe with another throw in. You have Moses on the ball, but it's blocked by the defensive line of Ekiti Queens. Back to the middle. Ekiti Queens trying to make a run. Quite dangerous right there, but the defensive line came in handy for Ekiti Queens to put that ball back into the middle. Lashes it down to Kafaya Mafishere. Quite a beautiful dribble right there to connect. Two players down right now on the pitch. Two players of Edo Queens down. Bamudu Mary but she's back up and the referee tries to check on the other player. Was been down for quite some time before his whistle went off, and that's Goodness Osigwe. Sunny Miracle trying to be of assistance to her, and she's back up. The bull right there with a cross to Kafaya, back to the bull, Uroko Valentina. Gives a drive into the other end. This is a danger zone with Moses Esther trying to skillfully pass that ball right into the box, and then you have MMSN meeting that one, but it goes out of play.
Give that the ball. Give that the ball. She not deny.
One thing you definitely know Edo Queens for is they do score goals quite early. And they've started making a run for that, searching for an early goal, an early lead in this game against Ekiti Queens. So Sigwe on the ball. She was duly intercepted and it went out wide. It's going to be the first corner kick of the game taken already. And there's the cross from Useni Miracle down to Kafaya Mafishere, who tries to launch a shot into the box of Ekiti Queens, but it was blocked. We've had some really good corners coming from Edo Queens. I can remember vividly the game between Abia Angels and Edo Queens, the very first game that ended 5-0 in favor of Edo Queens. We had quite some beautiful goals from corners. Useni Miracle sent a long one into the box. MMSN trying to head that one in, but it's also out. She's given a try the first time. A second try. But it might definitely come. This is quite rough. It's quite rough rather for Ekiti Queens, who are committing some sort of errors as it concerns them defensively. Lucky Andy lashes it down to the middle. It stays with Moses of Ekiti Queens. Quite a hustle down there. Moses with the ball for Ekiti Queens. Intercepted by Akpo Barrow. It's back in play. FL Sakpolo has quite a lot to do in this game, and that just went past her. Uroko Valentina at the ball, sending it back to the middle. Goodness for Sigwe. It's down right into the box, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. A beautiful goal. But the flag is up. It's offside.
What a minute now. What a minute.
Lucky Andy looking very disappointed. Moses Aduku also very disappointed. So he's back on. This season, Edo Queens have relied on a steadfast group of 6 players who have consistently started for the team, providing a solid foundation for their success. Uroko Valentina is one of them. Useni Miracle, Kafayat Mafishere, Moses Esther, and MM not leaving out Goodness or Sigwe. These players have formed the backbone of the squad. And today is no different. Ball with Uroko Valentina. Gives a beautiful pass. But it's been intercepted and taken by Ekiti Queens. Sends a long one to their player, Fakule. But of course, that didn't go too far.
Well, a very good goal for Edo Queens to start the game, getting the goal in the 14th, 13th minute, and I want to say a well-taken penalty though. That was a very good guess by the goalkeeper, Ufa Ademola. And I think Edo Queens in this is the much needed goal. They need to set the tone for the game and as well, get themselves well settled in. And in the next couple of games, we should be seeing more goals coming for the Benin girls. And this is the last match of the first round of the NWFL Premiership for this season, and I think there wouldn't be a better way for them to wrap it up. The first game of the season, it was a good win for them over Abia Angels and now over Ekiti Queens. They are just in the middle of the incidentally the three southern regions, the southwest, the southeast, and the south-south, looking from the south-south, starting the first round.
Gigi! The way you go there! The way you there! Gigi! Enter box! What if you want to come back in now?
Play is still on. It's just 17 minutes gone in this game. Ball is down to the middle of the pack. Very beautiful play so far from Edo Queens. Down to Osigwe, who has been really dangerous from the left flank, but is duly intercepted. Useni Miracle sends a shot back into the box. MMSN couldn't meet that one. It bounced out of the pitch. MMSN has been trying really hard in this game. Lucky Andy set for a goal kick.
We go.
Moses Esther trying to show off some skills. That was quite a tackle. Trying to get in between two players, but wasn't successful with that. Headed by Marvelous down to the middle. Gafayat Mafishere with the ball. It's back to Ekiti Queens after a challenge there. And the whistle goes. It's in favor of Ekiti Queens. Fakunle, a player to watch out for Ekiti Queens. She has been able to register a goal. Ohairi launches, gives a perfect cross, but it goes back to the hands of Edo Queens. And it's out. MMSN doesn't seem happy with that one. Throwing for Edo Queens into the danger zone. It meets Goodness Osigwe. It's then played out. Another throw in for Ekiti Queens. The link up wasn't proper, and it goes down to Marvelous. Back to Ademola and then again to Marvelous, who lashes a long one, but meets the hand of Ekiti Queens. Say that Adebi trying so hard in the midfield, doing well. Ekiti Queens on the run. The pass that doesn't connect so well with her teammates. Sensing the shot that lands into the box, being chased by Goodness Osigwe.
Goodness! Goodness! Goodness!
Since match day 4, Moses Haduku has made strategic changes to his lineup, and that has brought about a sense of urgency among players to elevate their performance. And the message from Moses Haduku is quite clear: step up or risk being benched. And this has fostered a much more competitive atmosphere for Edo Queens. You have Moses with the ball, passing it to Mary Mahmudu with a very nice shot, but he hits the crossbar. Back into the box with another header from Moses. She tries, of course, to connect with Mary Mahmudu once more, and it just wasn't it at that point.
That was a very fine build-up, and the final ball was a very massive one that you can commend for the player to have done marvelously well at the way she hit the ball. You can see how that was built up from the back line down to the middle, and breaking the defense line of Ekiti Queens, and the ball getting to the last player. The way she hit the ball with precision, you want to say, but no thanks to the woodwork for denying her that opportunity of getting the second goal for Edo Queens. That was a very strong one. You can see you literally heard the voice of the crossbar shooting. You see, that was a very good one for Edo Queens. I love the way they built up the ball, the process from the back line, and just a few seconds after you mentioned how the coach has rejigged inside since the last match day for a very fantastic pass from jersey number 7. They're talking about Esther Moses, and there's nothing more you expect from Mary Mahmudu. Mary Mahmudu has always been coming from the bench and getting us goals anytime she comes from the bench, and now she has delivered, maybe not with the goal, but you want to see that the impact she's making on the field of play is very obvious, and I think it's part of what the coach has also done tactically, and that is working for the team. Everyone is stepping up their game, knowing fully well that failure for you to come up with your A game, we see you risking yourself going to the bench, and if you keep on playing in that manner, you're just leaving the team anytime, and I'm sure that no player would want to leave Edo Queens. Everything is there working for them, the welfare and all that, and we can see that at times it is important for coach to make a rejigging of his team, and that is working for the team. We can only wait to see how long it will take them to add more goals. Ekiti Queens have also been resolute, at the back line, despite Edo Queens' push. They have also showed that they can hold you back and not allow you to get one past them. They consider from the sport, right? So they want to see it wasn't a good work against them, and they would want to ensure that they also keep to the pace of the game. We've seen some flashes of what they can do at the up front there, not forgetting what the likes of Family Film has been doing alongside Miracle O'Hari, and not leaving out their jersey number 15 as well, Rejoice Ikoyo from the middle. They've been giving Edo Queens some run for their money so far. I want to say that we need to see how things will turn out to be.
The Bowers Babes, as they are fondly called, talking about Ekiti Queens in their debut season 2023 and 2024. They faced significant challenges. Of course, the team struggles to find their footing, securing only 4 wins, 2 draws, and suffering 8 defeats, with a major 9 goals scored throughout the season. 3 away and 6 at home. They considered a whooping 18 goals, 16 away, and 2 at home. This was for their debut season, that was 2023 and 2024. And despite being grouped with formidable teams like Edo Queens, Rivers Angels, Bayelsa Queens, Grammar Stars, and Delta Queens, Ekiti Queens narrowly escaped relegation, finishing 7th in Group B with 14 points, a mere point ahead of relegated Sunshine Queens. And they are right here. Trying to pose a very strong defensive line. But Edo Queens, that was a very fine cross down to Moses Esther, trying to connect with Goodness Osigwe. But that was lost. Another shot coming into the box from Oseni Miracle, headed out by the defense of Ekiti Queens. Still in the box, still in a dangerous zone. And you have a keeper make a very fine save. A spectacular save for Lucky Angie today. And she's quite furious.
Yeah, you surely will be very furious with how your players have been playing, and you want to give kudos to Lucky Andy. She's been handy for the team in this game, and going by how the line has been broken over and over again, we saw how the first ball that rattled the bar was connected from establishment to Mahmoud the other time. The same line was broken towards the edge of the arc of Ekiti Queens box 18, and that is what the goalkeeper is complaining about. You don't just putting your lines up and allow it to be broken anyhow, and that's what everything has been expected. If you notice, they've done that about 3 times in the last 5 minutes, and kind of yielding for them very well. But the Queens are struggling to keep the lines over there, and I think that is what the goalkeeper is not happy about. And why she's shouting or yelling at her teammate, you need to buckle up, you need to shook up your lines, and you don't allow them to break it further. Let's wait to see if they'll be able to do that one. But for the Queens, they've been really just with their style and with their tactics, and I think it's only a matter of time before they add the second goal.
Absolutely. The eagerness for Edo Queens was evidently seen in the FA Cup matches, where Edo Queens faced quite a younger side. Rather than taking it easy on them, they unleashed fire. They treated those games in the FA Cup like a training ground to prove themselves. You now have the likes of Efel Sakolo coming back into the team after featuring for just 3 games. Still trying to prove herself, still trying to gather up that confidence at the back line. That's quite a dangerous one. Dangerous cross into the box of Edo Queens. They should be very sensitive at this point. Long one connecting Ekiti Queens, but it's been sent back into the middle. You have Edo Queens making the run. Sent out of play. Mahmoud Mary, quite special in that one. You also have Oseni Miracle, who was featured for the whole 6 game plus these 7 for the first stanza of this season. For Ekiti Queens, it's been them trying to give a build-up. Of course, there is a block, which is sent to Ademola. And she gives a cross that meets Ekiti Queens. Quite a dribble right there. But then again, a block. Goodness, Osigwe connects with that one. Quite some funny play going on. And the flag goes off for offside. The Queens were trying to make a run. Set to take this. Lashes it deep into the box. Quite dangerous. Thank goodness. More like a diagonal kick right there. Otherwise, he would have gone in for Ekiti Queens.
I think that was a very fantastic attempt by Zainab Ismail there. She had the ball come to her side in the box 18. I think it was not an intentional cross or pass for her to Jesse number 9, talking about the striker there. In fact, she intended on aiming at goal, but at just going towards the goal, and it was looking like a cross to Fakiko. At the same time, I don't think the work from the back coming in there trying to make herself accountable for the team. She's the captain of the team. She needs to build her confidence, and I think she let off her marker there, and that was what almost resulted in the goal for Ekiti. If that kind of ball had fallen to somebody like Choma Moses or Goodness Osigwe at the front line of Ekiti, I'm sure they would have been able to convert it very well. But for Ismail Zainab, I think if she had the opportunity again, she'd be able to convert it. Ekiti must, however, watch it not to allow that to happen to them, because you could recall how it happened against Remo Stars, how they, more like I wouldn't say they underrated the attempt, but they were caught off guard, and it resulted into goal. This also happened as catching them off guard, and it almost resulted into goal, if not for the fact that Zainab just converted the chance very well. For Morofa, I think this is another good game for the coach to test another goalkeeper on the bench. This is the third goalkeeper for the season, and I think this is a very good way to leave your dressing room healthy. You don't want to allow some rancor or murmuring to happen in the team, and the best way to do it this way is the way to leave it this way. And I want to say that the coach has been able to rotate his team very well, and has been able to get what he needs to get. The second standard is coming up, and obviously the second standard is going to be a very more difficult one at the end of the day. But this first standard, he has been able to utilize almost all the players he has in his team, and with that one, you want to say that he will be able to pick one or two things, and maybe drop one or two players in the window that will be opened after the first round, and bring some players that won't help the team at the long run. But so far, they've been okay with that sort of play, just like the strength of action. You can only wait to see if they'll be able to add one more or maybe two more in the first half. Fine game for the two sides so far.
Absolutely. And of course, this is just to state the fact that no team has scored more than one goal against Edo Queens when it comes to their home matches. They have considered just 3 goals, one from their 2-1 win against Heartland, one from the 1-1 draw, that's with Ramos Stars. Of course, there you go, it's a long shot by Ekiti Queens, just to test Ademola Morufat in this one. Moses, right there, namesake of Moses Esther in Edo Queens team, but that went whiskers wide for Ekiti Queens. You can see them coming up, you can see them making sure that they get that gradual build up to, of course, post stress for Edo Queens, but let's see how that goes for them. As for Edo Queens, they've considered just 1 goal at home and 2 on the road, like I rightly stated. Say that Debbie down on the pitch, currently receiving medical attention. And there you can see the very first goal from the spot by Moses Esther for Edo Queens. Very calm and collected one. Hopefully Adebi would be able to continue, but I think she's been taken out of the pitch to receive proper treatment. Talking about Saydat, the girl from Confluence Queens, coming in for Edo Queens, was always on the bench, but got an opportunity, and she, of course, she made use of it. And there you have it. She scored against her former side, Confluence Queens, and that was last week. She's back again on the pitch, and she's making do of what she has.
If you want to count it to 1, 2, 3, you would say about 3 Edo Queens players have scored against their former side this season, and that you want to say it is more like registering your loyalty with the Edo girls, that okay, you are no longer with the former team, and also to show to the former team that they have lost a rare gem in you. We have seen 3 players done that here for the team. I think Usaini Miracle did it against our former side once or twice, and now we saw this other player doing the last time out, Mahmoudou, right, if I'm not wrong. And you want to say this is what you require from the players. The coach has also been able to carefully select players, more like picking the best players from different clubs around. I don't think should be, priding themselves as more like the Real Madrid of the NWFL for now. Their pulse is very rich, going by what happened at the last CAF Continental Football. Coming back home as a fourth place team, you know what that is all about in your bank, and they've been able to bring in players that would help them, so well all along in the season. As I said earlier, we wait to see what is going to happen in the transfer window that will be declared open momentarily after the first round, and the team needs to add more players. Definitely, that's no doubt about that alone. Maybe one or two more additions at the back line, and then maybe one more in the midfield. Esther Iyang and what's her name now? Mavishiri Kafayat have both been awesome this season so far. Especially Mavishiri Kafayat since the departure of Suliat Abidin. Even before Suliat Abidin left, she's been up and doing, and since Abidin left, she has also stepped into that leadership role in the midfield. She's been able to coordinate the midfield very well, and I can only tell you that maybe people don't normally notice this girl, but she's been an amazing player in the midfield. So I hope the coach will be able to add one more player that will add more strength for a good Esther Iyang as well as Mafishiri Kafaya. I don't know what the name is keeping me but I'm looking forward to some additions in the half time of the season. A good game so far also for Edoku and for Ekiti Queens. They've been able to also try their luck for the second time to goal against Edoku, although it went off goal, but it is still a good attempt for them to show that they've been able to also hold the Edoku at their own ground by this time to 1-0, courtesy of penalty. As I said earlier, from the penalty spot, you can still call them some flags that they do. They've been able to stop the first time very well, despite not being attacking minded. Edo Queens have been wasteful up front. If you have to take a look at the number of advances they've had against their opponent and number of chances they've had to also score a goal, you would expect them to have added the second or the third. But I'm still quite optimistic that they should be able to get things work. For Ekiti Queens, somebody was talking about banana peel earlier today, that if they will post that to Edo Queens, and I said, nothing like that is going to happen. Edo Queens should be able to beat a team that couldn't even find out time to play in their own FA Cup.
Well, talking about their season for Ekiti Queens, their debut season, there was continual, that was in 2023 Churros Cup, where they suffered defeat against Edo Queens 4-1. And that's to tell you that both teams are familiar foes. They also suffered defeat against Niger Rattles 3-0, and Sunshine Queens were now relegated 1-0. Managing only a draw against Dana State is 2-2. And this is a run by Moses Esther into the box, trying to make sure that she gets a connecting pass, but it goes off the leg. Let's see what they can be able to do. It's been quite a turnaround for Ekiti Queens. I don't know. She might as well be confused there on who to pass to, but she, of course, didn't make an error. We have Moses Esther stealing away the ball, but it's back to Ekiti Queens. Talking about their performance, still with the performance of Ekiti Queens last season. Of course, they had a dismal record of 1 draw, 3 defeats, scoring 3 goals and conceding 10. And they finished 6th on the log with 0 points. That's for the Churros Cup 2023. And it was even no better in the Women's Federation Cup 2024 as Rivers Angels knocked them out in the first round with a 3-0 victory. And now we just talked about the fact that they didn't even participate in their state FA Cup. But I must say that this season reveals a subtle transformation for Ekiti Queens. Because last season, by this time, after 7 games, they had already conceded 11 goals against powerhouse teams like Edo Queens, who defeated them 3-1, Bayelsa Queens 2-0, Rivers Angels 2-0, and also Remy Stars 4-1. And their solo victory came against Sunshine Stars with a single goal, accompanied by 2 goalless draws against Delta Queens and Robo Queens. Fast forward to this season, and I think that there is a slight change. for the Jacob Vandy girls. Long one by Ekiti Queens. Lands into the box. Uroko Valentina ever ready to put that one out. Currently making a run, but is duly intercepted by Edo Queens. There's down, but play continues. Very fine cross, locates Moses Esther on the right. She gets it into the box. Not again, it's out, and it comes back to her. She sent another cross into the box, and oh, that was almost a goal. And it's still a scramble in the box. But then again, she has a hold of the ball. This might be a spectacular one once again for Lucky Andy. Like Ayola Adeleke said, coming in handy for Ekiti Queens. That was almost a goal. Looking at the build-up, getting it out, and then back again into the box, hitting the bar. Like you said, I think it's been a wasteful one for Edo Queens up front.
You can see what Esther Chioma Moses did there with that fantastic lay-up. I said it earlier that one of the reasons why we've seen the goalkeeper of Ekiti Queens, Andy Lucky, complain about the way the players have been shopping up their defense line. You know, you don't allow the line to be too wide. The Edo Queens have been expecting that. We saw how Moses laid off the pass for MMSC, and unfortunately, that back heel, didn't just go into the denied by the upright there. That was a very painful one, I must say. It does a whisk away from everybody, from the goalkeeper, from the defender. Even the goalkeeper was left motionless, and that would have been one of the best goals for the season in the NWFL if that ball had crawled in. It was a backing goal, but well timed by her, and well, unfortunately they couldn't get that one. Andy has been and they know that about that one. Let's wait to see what happened in the next 1 minute left from the additional 2 minutes given as added time.
Absolutely, 2 minutes of added time in the game between Edo Queens and Ekiti Queens. Edo Queens leading 1-0, courtesy of Esther Moses. It's a very calm sport kick, giving the sides the lead. Trying to make so much efforts, but it keeps eluding her. Yes, Akolo sends a long one. Trying to locate MM, but it's out of play, and MM gives a throw in to the half of their opponents. Moses sends another one into the box, but the Seaway goodness not balanced enough to be able to take a shot. It's been sent back to FA. Trying to locate MM. Who is trying to give a header for that one. And I think that this is one thing that Edo Queens would want to definitely work on. I mean, taking headers, most especially from their corners, from their set pieces. We've seen Essien trying to make several headers in this game. Not coming out well, but she's definitely still making that effort. And that marks the first half for this game between Edo Queens and Ekiti Queens. We've seen some thrilling action so far, but the game is far from over. Now I believe that the both teams will definitely try to regroup, recharge and refocus. And the only question would be that who will seize control in the second half?
Yeah, going by what we saw in the first half, I think firstly I want to commend the men in the middle. We're talking about the referees. They've been able to support the game very well. Given penalty, I want to say. Secondly, I want to commend the supporters and the fans keeping out to support the teams because most times we forget to mention these people. And thirdly, I want to commend the bench as well for the two teams, talking about the technical bench. They've been supporting for their players, and they've been coming up with the right tactics to adopt in this game. Then for the players, a good display for them in this game so far. Edo Queens, I expect them to continue from where they left it in the first half, but with goals, not just missing target. They've rattled the bar twice, and they can only rule their chances least. But second half, I expect them to get more. For Ekiti Queens, I feel they are already are burning out, and the second half might just be too difficult for them to play more, to hold more against the girls in front of the fans.
And that's it for the first half of this game. Edo Queens lead by a long goal, courtesy of Moses Esther. She definitely got that goal in the 13th minute, and it was via a penalty kick. Do not forget, she got one also via a penalty kick, and that was against Remy Stars. We hope to see a better one for Edo Queens in the second half of the game, but like Ayola said, with more goals. Moses Esther trying to show off some skills. That was meets the hand of Ekiti Queens. Doing well. Atmosphere for Edo Queens. You have Moses with the ball, passing it to Mary Mamudu with a very nice shot.
Some run for their money so far. I have to say that we need to see how things will turn out to be.
Coming into the box from Seni Miracle, headed out by the defense of Ekiti Queens. Still in the box, still in a dangerous zone, and you have a keeper make a very fine save. Lashes it deep into the box, quite dangerous. That's with Rama Stars. Of course, there you go. It's a long.
Suliat Abidin, even before Suliat Abidin left, she's been up and doing the bad against their opponent. A number of chances they've had to also score a goal. You would expect them to have.
This is Esther on the right. She gets it into the box. Not again, it's out, and it comes back to her. She sent another cross into the box, and oh, that was almost a goal. And it's still a scrum at that time in the game between Edo Queens and Ekiti Queens. Edo Queens leading 1. Goodness of Sigwe. It's down right into the box, and it's a goal for it. Moses Esther trying to show off some skills. That was meets the hand of Ekiti Queens. Doing well. Atmosphere for Edo Queens. You have Moses with the ball, passing it to Mary Mamudu with a very nice shot.
Some run for their money so far. I have to say that we need to see how things will turn out to be.
Coming into the box from Seni Miracle, headed out by the defense of Ekiti Queens. Still in the box, still in a dangerous zone, and you have a keeper make a very fine save. Lashes it deep into the box, quite dangerous. That's with Rama Stars. Of course, there you go. It's a long.
Suliat Abidin, even before Suliat Abidin left, she's been up and doing the bad against their opponent. A number of chances they've had to also score a goal. You would expect them to have.
This is Esther on the right. She gets it into the box. Not again, it's out, and it comes back to her. She sent another cross into the box, and oh, that was almost a goal. And it's still a scrum at that time in the game between Edo Queens and Ekiti Queens. Edo Queens leading 1. Goodness of Sigwe. It's down right into the box, and it's a goal for it. Moses Esther trying to show off some skills. That was meets the hand of Ekiti Queens. Doing well. Atmosphere for Edo Queens. You have Moses with the ball, passing it to Mary Mamudu with a very nice shot.
Some run for their money so far. I have to say that we need to see how things will turn out to be.
Coming into the box from Seni Miracle, headed out by the defense of Ekiti Queens. Still in the box, still in a dangerous zone, and you have a keeper make a very fine save. Lashes it deep into the box, quite dangerous. That's with Rama Stars. Of course, there you go. It's a long.
Suliat Abidin, even before Suliat Abidin left, she's been up and doing the bad against their opponent. A number of chances they've had to also score a goal. You would expect them to have.
This is Esther on the right. She gets it into the box. Not again, it's out, and it comes back to her. She sent another cross into the box, and oh, that was almost a goal. And it's still a scrum at that time in the game between Edo Queens and Ekiti Queens. Edo Queens leading 1. Goodness of Sigwe. It's down right into the box, and it's a goal for it. Esther trying to show off some skills. That was meets the hand of Ekiti Queens. Doing well. Atmosphere for Edo Queens. You have Moses with the ball, passing it to Mary Mamudu with a very nice shot.
The run for the money so far, so that we need to see how things will turn out to be.
Coming into the box from Useni Miracle, headed out by the defense of Ekiti Queens.
Hey, let's go out, let's go out.
Both teams are back for the second half. The time to second half, the Nigeria Women Football League Premiership. Edo Queens lead there by courtesy of Shama Movies, practice on the first in the first half. And like I told you earlier, this game will mark the end of the first half of the Nigeria Women Football League Premiership. And they need to go for a Tuesday when it comes to the second half of the league next month. And so let's keep the support coming to Edo Queens. More to come here this afternoon. And don't forget that tomorrow by 4 p.m. here, Benin Insurance on Benin.
And we're back for the second half of this game between Edo Queens and Ekiti Queens.
And that match kicked off by 5:30 p.m. I don't know about 5:30 p.m. It's a live match, and so we have to be here now.
After relaxing in the dressing room and both coaches trying to address their teams, I believe that it's now time for the coaches to work their magic on the pitch for the second half.
Substitution for Edo Queens.
And we have Edo Queens making their first substitution for the game. Deborah Odiagbe will be going in. And Efe Osakpolo will definitely be coming out. Odiagbe replacing her at the back line. We have seen Deborah Odiagbe in her element for Edo Queens this season. Odiagbe has starred in 2 games, one against Nasra Amazons and the second against Conference Queens. This would be her 3rd appearance on the pitch for Edo Queens. And there you go, the whistle is off. It's free kick in favor of Edo Queens. Mafi Shere with that one. He sends a long one into the box. It goes out of play. With Lucky Andy colliding with Mary Mahmoudou. Goodness Asigo with a very nice cross. Of course, Usain the Miracle wasn't able to take that. Edo Queens should be able to bury their chances more in this second half. Lucky Andy spots that one quickly and pushes it out. Talking about this season for Ekiti Queens, after 6 games, Ekiti Queens have demonstrated defensive resilience just like we're seeing it in this game. Conceding only 4 goals against Brava Stars, Nasra Amazons and Abia Angels. On the defensive front, they have shown increased potency at home, scoring about 5 goals. 1 against Heartland Queens, 2 against Danas Ladies, and 2 against Confluence Queens, who have been dubbed the Whooping Girls this season in Group A. And in those goals, Olaleye Odenayo, Sheun Fakule, Toby Sarafa, Rashidat, and Yaro Patience have been well involved for Ekiti Queens this season. Ekiti Queens trying to deal with Edo Queens there. Out. Nice job from Kofayat.
Well, I think it's to start with the substitution by the coach, Adoku bringing in Deborah Odiabe to the right flank and shopping up Ife Osakola. We talked about Ife Osakola in the first half and not getting her confidence the way she should get it, and coming back into the team. Probably the coach thought Ekiti Queens is the best team for you to play against and to recover or to regain your confidence. But since that she lost her getting the confidence, and now that we have Odiabe in it shows that what we are seeing here, you could also notice, because in the first half, Ekiti Queens could have scored twice, if not for the fact that Foluke, Opeyori, and Zainab Ismail didn't do well with the ball. Because in the first half could have been detrimental to the Queens. Because saw that one, and now she's been subbed off, and you can see that Ekiti Queens in the second half have shifted their attention away from the right flank to the left flank, knowing fully well that was where the loophole was in the first half. Now they want to see if they can exploit the position of Miracle Husseini, which I doubt will be very possible for them, because she's an attacking 100%, and when she's attacking, it will be difficult for the opponent to want to attack them back. But we've seen Edo Queens in the second half, they haven't been that lethal all through. They've been the ball possession has been between the two sides. With Ekiti Queens, I would want to say have had more advances than Edo Queens. Mafisiri still controlling the midfield, holding 4 teams there, showing what she's made of. For Ekiti Queens, I think the second half, the coach must have said what to do to them. They changed their style of play. In the first half, they were only more like trying to find their feet. But second half now, they've been onto the ball more than they were in the first half, holding the ball and trying to look for the right person to give the ball to before initiating an attack. And I think to some extent, it's been kind of effective for them, though waiting for them if they can use that one to get a goal. Edo Queens have to be very careful. Don't underrate this team. They should have scored more than 1 goal in the first half, and the second half is here. If the opponent gets one against you, then that might be another Remo Stars ladies in the making. But as time goes on, just into 1 minute of play, 6 minutes in the second half, we still have about 49 minutes to play in the second half. I'm sure that we're still expecting more goals. Another fine save there by Andy Lucky, who has been very, very handy for this side.
And I think she will definitely wise up for the second half. We saw her right there coming out from her position to make sure that the ball doesn't go past that. If it did, it would have definitely been a goal for Edo Queens starting out for the second half. They have a very nice dribble. Goodness Osigwe, but she wasn't able to be balanced enough to take that shot. And so it's back. Very dangerous one. You have Lucky Andy making another save for Ekiti Queens. MMSN with a very good effort there, still eluding her. She has been trying so hard from the first half down to this second half. They must have talked so much to Lucky Andy in the dressing room. She has been able to make quite some saves for Ekiti Queens. Another spectacular one she just made right now, saving them. But then again, you would want to expect that Edo Queens at this point should be able to fancy their chances and bury another goal at the back of the net.
Another very good stop there by Kavaya Mafishere, altering Ekiti Queens attack after losing a ball, after Deborah Ogiagbe lost a ball in the upright there for Edo Queens. But talking about MMSN, you can see this ball that she missed. This is not the first time or second time. I think, kudos to Andy for being handy there and for saving that ball. A very fine save. But I think MMSN, if you notice at times, those two scoring goals, but I think she needs to work on her one-on-one play. It's very, very important. We saw what happened in the first half. We saw about 2-3 games this season as well, where she had the opportunity to score goals one-on-one for some misses. Even at the FA Cup against Leicester, I think they need to work on one-on-one against the opponent. And by now, she should have scored up to 8-9 goals in the season. For Ekiti Queens, they will be making some action now, bringing in Raymond as a result of pressing on the 9, patience, far care Moses. I think maybe the coach has been able to see 1 or 2 loopholes in the Edo Queens defense line, and is trying to exploit that now, bringing in players as substitution for the team. Let's see if this one will be able to do anything, but I doubt if Edo Queens will not replicate this one. We wait to see all she will be playing in the next 3 minutes. I think he'll be playing from the left flank upward. I said it earlier that nobody has been able to penetrate through the right flank because of Ogiagbe. So Coach Vandy now has been able to detect that one, and he has brought in a player that is going to play up front left side, and maybe to put pressure on Ogiagbe and see if they can still make use of that right back of the to get something for the side. But I just hope that Edo Queens will be able to find a way to counter that with another goal, not with another player. Get the second goal, and every tactics, every plan for the position coach will just be a bit neutralized.
Some tactical tweaks from Coach Moses Aduku and also Jacob Vandy. that Adebi is a very good one in the middle. Goodness Osigwe trying to make a chase for this ball. It's back to say that Adebi who connects it with Goodness Osigwe. It was back to the defense of Ekiti Queens, who fires it back to the middle. There's just been back and forth for both teams. Ball is out of play. Jones to give a throw in. And another shot that meets the legs of Uroko Valentina, ever solid at the heart of the defense. Akpobaro sending it back to the middle of the park. And that very long cross links with Moses Esther, who makes a run. And it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. Mary Mahmoudou. Mary Mahmoudou gets another goal. She definitely had her first goal against Nasra Amazons last 2 weeks. In the Edo FA Cup, she did magic, scoring a brace to make sure that they retain the title. And right now, she has gotten a second goal in the 2024 and 2025 season for Edo Queens. Mary Mahmoudou is her name. Very fine cross connecting Mary Mahmoudou from Moses Esther, who has been quite agile in giving assists this season. And it was just as easy as ABC for Edo Queens to get the second goal.
Yeah, I want to commend the player who orchestrated that ready attack from the midfield. Marjorie Kapaya out there, lead that fantastic pass that met up with Moses Chioma. And Moses Chioma, I got what she did, very wise and very intelligent decision there. She knew her teammate was in offside position. If he had laid the ball down immediately, he would have been in offside position. She held onto the ball until the defender encroached her and was able to lay down the pass selflessly. That was a very commendable one. And from Mahmoudi, she tapped into the ball. That's a very good play for the team. Remember, I said it earlier, don't be concerned about the substitution your opponent is making. The only thing you use in neutralizing your opposition attack or strategy is not by bringing another player to alt whatever they want to do. It's just by getting another goal. And getting the second goal now, you will see that the players coach Jacob Van Lee has brought in now. Somehow their plan will change. They would have to maybe now to sit back and not concede more goals, and Edo Queens can now build on that one, bring another attacking on the player to see if they can get a goal for the team. That will be a very commendable one, for them. But a fine build-up, another way to get your opponent to shiver when you come to the Ogbemudia Stadium. This is a fortress. They just come here. I think it is only Remo Stars ladies who have been able to concede less than a goal here at the Ogbemudia Stadium. Others who have been coming, the least they've considered has been 2 goals, and the Ekiti also have been marked in the register. A good one for Edo Queens. Second goal for them. So they are home and dry.
Good one coming from Edo Queens. One of the things that's very spectacular about Edo Queens this season, you want to talk about their goals. Very good when it comes to scoring early goals to weaken the opponents, and they did that exactly. There you have the referee giving out the first yellow card of this game. And that went to Rejoice Ikoyo of Ekiti Queens. A rough tackle on Goodness Osigwe. Ever solid in this game in the middle of the park. Never been absent on any game. And it's obvious why she has never been absent on any game. I did make mention of 6 players who have consistently started for Edo Queens this season, and they have all proven their worth. They're all high up there with their energy for the team at Edo Queens. Let's see if this corner would be able to work some magic to further punish Ekiti Queens. Like I said earlier on, we've seen some fireworks and we've seen some very good corners, most especially from these two, Miracle Deseni and Kafayat. Free kick to be taken by Kafayat, launches it straight into the box, and it's another goal! Of course, Ekiti Queens for their lapse of concentration. It's a goal for Edo Queens in the 62nd minute of this game. A very fantastic goal coming from a free kick taken by Kafayat Mafishere. We just talked about how elegant she has been in the game all through the season for Edo Queens. She takes that very fine one and it definitely lands into the net. What a fantastic goal. What a fantastic way to get into the second half, to take complete control of the second half.
Fantastically taken free kick there by Kafayat Mafishere. You know, I talked about that earlier, that before the departure of Suliat Abedin, she's been with us, she's been a partner in the midfield, she's held things upward in the midfield. Unfortunately, she's not too known to many people because the forward line always have the, taking the star or taking the shine of every game. But for Mafishere Kafayat, since the exit of Abedin Suliat, she has stepped up being a leader in the team, not just in the midfield. You see her taking free for the team, you see her connecting the midfield with the back line, with the forward line, and you see her getting goals for the team as well. And now she's been able to get another goal, not just anyhow goal. I think this should be in contention for goal of the season. However, I must commend the goodness Osigwe there for job well done. Look at how she deceived or disturbed the defense line, confusing them there, and she created the path through which the ball went into the net. A good one for Kafayat Mafishere. I think maybe, as I would say, the national team coaches should start looking towards this girl now. She's definitely proving what she can do, and I must give her kudos for this one. The supporters still are happy about this, and we can only say, oh, it's time for us to see Mama Command, just like the Angel sing. A good one for Edo Queens. 3 goals to nothing, just in the 63rd minute. But now, 64 minutes of action, I think we can still celebrate more goals in this game.
Absolutely, and here is another one, but it goes out of the pitch. Fantastic goal coming in from Kafayat Mafishere. This is her second goal for Edo Queens this season. The very first one came against Abia Angels, where they defeated Abia Angels 5-0. She, of course, partnered so well with Husseini Miracle to get that goal. That was for the very first goal against Abia Angels. Kafayat Mafishere proving her worth once more for Edo Queens and getting another goal for herself in the second half of this game. Precisely directed to the back of the net. A good one for Edo Queens so far in the second half. So far, they have been able to take their chances squarely. Quite an opportunity that went begging there for Edo Queens. You can actually see those accurate passes from the midfield. MMSN with another header. A weak one, I must say. But then kudos to her for the efforts. Players down on the pitch. Joyce Koyo for Ekiti Queens, receiving medical attention. From the very first goal taken from the spot by Esther Moses, it has been fantastic for Edo Queens. Down to the second one, assisted by Esther Moses, with a pinpoint cross down to Mary Mahmoudou, who finds the back of the net, taking her chances, and a second goal for Edo Queens. It has been amazing as well. Another substitution for Edo Queens and Ekiti Queens. Okoronkwo would be replacing Seidat Adebi, who has been fantastic, by the way, for Edo Queens. Okoronkwo Amarachi definitely showed her worth during the FA Cup in the 5-0 victory against Benin Red Soil, the FA Cup 2025. Okoronkwo Amarachi was also a substitute coming into that game and scoring a goal. She's also a substitute for this game against Ekiti Queens. Let's see if she can be able to put her name on the scorer sheet. Throw in for Edo Queens. Miracle Husseini finds Goodness Osigwe. That was quite a good challenge from Ekiti, who takes possession of the ball. Still in their hands, but intercepted by Osigwe.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good. Good. Hey. Hey.
Isani lashes it out, but it goes out of the field. Throwing for Ekiti Queens to be taken by Jones.
Let's go. Remove.
Lucky Andy launches a rocket to the middle. It's been met with Ekiti Queens. Yarrow trying to make a run for that. But it definitely eludes her, with Miracle Husseini showing some sort of skills.
Behind!
Goodness Osigwe finding that ball. Sending it to Okoronkwo Amarachi. Mary Mahmoudou arriving there quite early, but didn't get the connection. Yarrow with the ball, trying to make it past two players of Edo Queens. Sends a cross that didn't link up with her teammate, rather went to Uwoko Valentina, who sent it back. But Yarrow still has the ball. Good defense from Edo Queens. Ekiti Queens trying to make a run.
Marachi Okoko, another player that I was going to talk about earlier in the Queens, has also been a very a good player for the team so far this season. And the coach are bringing her on in the second half. I think it's quite a good one. At least give rest to some other players. And maybe he felt there is something that he needed to do in the midfield for bringing her on. He needs more goals. I'm very sure that's why he brought her on, because she also is a very, very attractive player. And I think Sadik is trying to pass the message across the people that he wants to score as many goals as possible in every game his team is playing in. And for Yaro, I was almost going to call Yaro Husseini because of the rivalry between ourselves and Husseini Miracle, since they've been on both sides' neck. But Husseini Miracle has been able to deal with her advances so far in the game. A very good game, I must commend them so far. Ekiti Queens, they let loose. At some point in time, they're beginning to enjoy their play, playing one or two, stringing one or two passes together. They've not been able to string about 5 passes together at the same time. But at least we can see some flashes of what they can do if they are given the chances to do that well. Whether Queens were able to capitalize on goals and mistake. The third goal scored by Edo Queens and by Martin, that can be scored against anything. That was also a genius play from the midfielder getting that goal. But it's not really a bad one for Ekiti Queens. I'm sure that they will always go back home. They will surely go back home after this game with some positive and start the opportunity to build on the second stanza for the season. I just hope this will not be something that will be very costly for them to put them in season where you have to start fighting for relegation. But I think for Edo Queens, as I said earlier when they got second goal, they are home and dry. They can only want to add more goals so that their goal tally can increase. Remember, they have other teams they are in contention with in the Group B, Group A, right? And Nasarawa Amazon and Remo Stars League. Just be that they end up on the same number of points at the end of the season, and the league goes to determine who comes first, second, or third. That should be the tiebreaker if I'm not wrong. And they've been able to get more goals. I think for the goalkeeper of Edo Queens, Morofa Ademola, she's also been able to. Although I wouldn't want to say that this is a very strong opponent enough, to give her issue. And she's just been yellow carded for her time wasting. I was going to talk about that one. She hasn't had enough ball to save, but you have nothing to waste time for in this kind of game. Your team is 3 goals to nothing up. And I think that is a very important part coaches need to educate their players on. Why are you wasting time? You're playing at home against Ekiti Queens, you are 3 goals up, and you still want to enjoy. Probably that is already part of them, and that is part of them that they need to work on. And I'm sure the coach will surely do justice to that one. Maybe if your team is leading by a goal to nil, and you have about 5 minutes to end the game, you can deploy some delay tactics, not by holding the ball and trying to discuss at the back line as if you're in a conference. The referee has just handed her a yellow card, which I think is a needless one for her to take in that one. Nevertheless, she should learn from that one.
Absolutely. Game is still on. It is 74 minutes gone. Right here between Edo Queens and Ekiti Queens. The whistle goes for offside. Ekiti Queens trying to make a run there, but the flag was up for offside. Been able to keep a clean one here, not getting a yellow card for herself. But then again, I think Marufat is also known to marshal the back line of Edo Queens. That's one notable thing about her. Dishes out instructions to the back line whenever she has something to say, whenever the back line is not doing quite well. She charges them. But unfortunately, there was no need for that since everything was going quite well. Ekiti Queens trying to make some moves to build build-up attack. Nice cross by Goodness Osigwe, but doesn't meet Moses Esther. Goes back to the Queens. They make connections right now.
The Queens is not playing badly, but I think what they need in that game or in their team is that player who has that confidence, who can drive ball always at opponent, probably get a very fantastic outstanding midfielder there playing behind the striker that can always drive and move ball with confidence to set the pace for our front line. You can see how they get their ball connecting passes out towards the Edo Queens box, but whenever they get there, they get scared away by Uroko Valentina and our partner at the heart of Edo Queens defense. And I think that is what they are continuing to work on. If opportunity comes for him to sign players in the half a season break that they are going on now, it's going to help the team a lot. A decent side, I must tell you. Yeah, you won't see that they are unable to get a goal, but they are not playing poorly. Talking about Ekiti Queens in this one, it does need that enforcer in the midfield that can charge the team, and whenever she's holding ball, our teammate can know that, oh, we are surely going to get something out of this one. Our confidence alone can build them to charge up at any opponent. I think that's what they are missing at their front line there, and they've not been able to do anything meaningful at the final third. For Edo Queens, they have their bulky defenders and intelligent ones. Even if you are tiny, you are very intelligent to know how to chalk up your opponent, and it's been working for them. For Ekiti Queens, maybe something can come out for this from the free kick or not, but they've been a decent side. Forget the fact that they are losing or trailing by 3 goals to nothing. Not a poor side, I must say.
Free kick for Ekiti Queens. Rashida Talau will line up to take that one. Rashida is also a decent player for Ekiti Queens. Has a goal already this season for them. And a fantastic one straight into the hands of Morufa. If she wasn't quick with that one, it would have definitely been a goal. Ekiti Queens may be reducing the deficit. She has been tested in this game. Sheon Fakole wasn't able to get there quite early to seize that one. But that was a good effort. That was a good try from Rashida Talau through the free kick.
Yeah, tested, you want to say, and that shows that she can be beaten. Take a look at how the free kick was taken. I was nearly going to say that what Mabshire can do, Salami can do better, or she can do the same. She got the free kick well taken between the wall and the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper initially toyed with the ball. You can see that was how the ball bounced off her palm, but she was quick enough to grab her ball. While that would have been a very good maybe would have cost her her place in the future in the team. She wasn't, or she hasn't been tested all along, but she got that opportunity. That ball came towards her. She wanted to play with the ball, and afterward, you can still see her slipping on the turf. I don't know why that is in her mind. Anyways, our team is leading. You don't need to slow down the pace or the tempo of the game. Your team need to get more goals. The strikers, the midfielders are yelling for more goals. You shouldn't kill the tempo of the game. I think somebody needs to address and talk to her. You need to make the game as far. The more you attack at your opponent, the more you get with them. The more you hold on to the ball, the more you slip on the turf, the more you relax, you make your opponent to feel, and the more you make them to close up the number of goals that they are supposed to concede. But not a poor one from her, having to be quick enough to grab a ball. That's a very good first from her. Though she would have also been the source of the goal if that ball had gone into the net for the Queens. Nevertheless, a fine play by Salami, beating the wall with that well-taken free kick.
Which was we've seen with the Edo Queens team so far this season. It's not hard for you to lose your place in the starting 11. It's not hard for you to lose your place in the starting 11 for this current team. Moses Haduk has definitely been working for it to be very competitive. We saw that error committed by Sunday Air Team in Lagos against Danas Ladies, and that cost her starting place. We have Morufa. She needs to be very careful. A rocket taken by by Kafayat. Of course, he didn't get a headway. Fakunle been blocked in this game so far. She has been making quite some efforts, but it's been yielding nothing for Ekiti Queens. It's handball. Ekiti Queens get the advantage. Bahari sets to take that one. Moses Esther sends it across. Thanks goodness Osigwe will get it back to Mary Mamudu. Mamudu to Osigwe. She makes a run to the front. But didn't meet her. Quite a tackle right there. That was from Otiagbe Deborah. O'Hare once again, ready to launch it. Loses possession but gains it back, and then again losing it. It's 83 minutes gone in the game. Moses Esther with that fine run. Ball is out. Looking like there might be more changes for Edo Queens, but for now it's a corner kick taken by Kafayat. Edo Queens so far this season has lived up to the expectation of the fans. The very first home game was against Abia Angels, where they dismantled them 5-0. And one very spectacular thing about that game is that for every goal, it was 9 minutes interval each for every goal. Miracle Seni scored in the 29th minutes. In 9-minute interval, MMSN in the 38th minutes found the back of the net. Goodness Osigwe started off the campaign with a spot kick, taking it and getting a goal. Also including her name on the scorer sheet for the first game of the season. Not leaving out Eda Lovett, who is currently out due to injury. She also got a goal in that one. And Kafayat Murphy Shere scoring in the 79th minute to crown it up 5-0 against Abia Angels for game 1 for Edo Queens. We did say there might be substitutions, and of course, we have it. Okeke Ijoma goes in. Okeke Ijoma goes in for MMSN. While Balogun Teslimat goes in for MMSN. Need to remind you that Okeke Ijoma was very what's the watch during the FA Cup. She got a goal for Edo Queens during the FA Cup against the 5-0 dismantling of the Benin Red Soil team. Okeke Ijoma was also a substitute in that game, coming in and racing to put her name on the goal scorer sheet, and she did that. She's also a substitute in this game. And Balogun Teslimat gets her very first opportunity for the season. Edo Queens has been in fine form. The second game of the season, it was a 2-1 victory against Heartland Queens. That was away from home, and both goals were courtesy of Goodness Osigwe in the 40th and 70th minutes, although they considered one goal. Now that's a fine run by Moses Esther, who is making a run but being dragged by one of the defenders of Ekiti Queens. Pulls her down in the box. She's been helped up by Lucky Andy. It was a fine run, Ayola. If she wasn't held down, that would have probably been the fourth goal.
A very fine run, a fantastic build-up play for the Queens, which I feel they should have scored more goals in this game. It is 88 goals of action already. Maybe the goals are still coming in. But that, for me, in my opinion, I think should have been a penalty. That's my personal opinion, because there was actually a pulling of a jersey by the defender of Ekiti Queens. But probably the referee feel like not just giving it. Of Goodness OCD rather. That was a clear pullback by the defender. I don't know why the referee didn't give that to her, but what it is, I don't want to preempt the referee. Everybody is not hearing what I'm saying. You cannot hear what I'm saying, but I feel that should have been a penalty by every standard. Nevertheless, Edo Queens have gotten 3 goals, and I think they are comfortable with this win. 3 goals, 3 points for them in the last match of the season. The first one ended 5-0. The first match at the Ogbemudia Stadium, the last game of the first stanza of the season, is ending with 3 goals to nothing as it stands now. Maybe more will come in, but a fine one for them so far.
Absolutely, a fine one for them so far. It's 9 minutes gone in the game, and fans are still expecting more goals from Edo Queens. Queens not been able to reduce the deficit. Match day 3 played right here at the Ogbemudia Stadium. Edo Queens had a 1-1 draw, and this is a very nice one coming in, and it's saved by Lucky Andy. Quite some confusion for the defense of Ekiti Queens. She was almost going to get an own goal, but of course, at the same time, she was being able to pull that one out. Looking at their fantastic build-up. Okoronkwo Amarachi, a good run. Like I said before, she proved herself during the FA Cup. She's wanting to do that just to wrap up the game once more.
I think that was a very poorly taken ball by Balogun, if I'm not wrong now. Just not 25 for Edo Queens. Look at this ball. That was a very fine ball laid down well for you there. You had the goalkeeper to beat. You can easily control your ball. You had enough time to get the ball scored into the net, but he just decided to flash the ball at the goalkeeper. I wouldn't say that was a fine save from the goalkeeper, although you have to commend the goalkeeper first.
Marufan! 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 Hey, Chichi! That guy said she can step online. Marufan! Allah, you go take it. Destiny!
Five minutes of added time. And the Edo Queens are still searching for a fourth goal. Nice cross into the box. It meets the hand of the goalkeeper who gathers it. Edo Queens in their fourth match of the season, going away from home to Lagos, had a 1-0 draw. The lone goal was scored by Goodness Osigwe in the 20th minute. But that 1-0 draw brought about the changes that we now see in this team, particularly about the lineup.
Destiny!
Goodness Osigwe with the ball, but this is possession. Week 5 for Edo Queens in the Nigerian Women Football League 2024 and 2025 season. So a 2-0 victory against Nasarawa Amazons right here at home. Mahmoud Mary and Goodness Osigwe scoring goals in that one. In match day 6, they also conquered Conference Queens, who have been the whooping girls of this season in the first stanza. Say that Adebi got a goal in that one. MMS also putting a name on the scorer sheet against Conference Queens. That was just last week. And wrapping up the first stanza of the league before mid-season break. Here we are still at the Ogbemudia Stadium. Edo Queens taking on Ekiti Queens, and they have 3 goals already in this game. Still wanting more. It's just a few minutes till the referee gives the final whistle. Send a miracle. Gives a connecting pass to Moses Esther, making a fantastic run. How did that not get into the net? Okoronkwo Amarachi. Okeke Ijoma would have gotten a hold of that one. It was quite sloppy there.
Well, for the opting time, I think Ekiti didn't cover ourselves in glory for that ball that we missed. That would have been the fourth goal and maybe our second goal, the fifth goal for the team for the day. But unfortunately, well served on 2 occasions, well missed on 2 occasions. She has another time. Maybe the coach feels so to make an amendment for that one. But a good game here for Edo Queens. A good win for them. The coach is happy. The opposition coach is also happy with what his girls played. But they want to keep our good scores, and the wish the team all the best as they go for break of the mid-season, and hope that we get 1 or 2 more additions for Edo Queens as add up. And we hope that when they come back for the second stanza, they get competent with this.
It's full time right here at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium. Edo Queens 3, Ekiti Queens 0. Goals were courtesy of Moses Esther, Mahmoudou Mary, and also Kafayat Mafishere, adding a name in the goal scorer sheet. They started the season very well with a 5-0 victory over Abia Angels, and they have also wrapped up the first stanza of the season with a 3-0 victory over Ekiti Queens. We're hopeful that the second stanza of the season would see a more rejuvenated Edo Queens side with much more competitiveness in and on the pitch for the girls. Coach Moses Aduku definitely getting into the mid-season break very long with some tranquility. The center that will makes a run and hoping to and it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. Meanwhile, Jacob Bandy will definitely be going back to the drawing board. Very long cross and then Moses even if there's been slight changes for him, it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens to go back to the drawing board and make sure that the second stanza of the league, of course, does well for them. All they might be able to do straight into the box. And it's thank you so much for the first stanza of the season. Hopefully, we'll see you again for the second stanza. Launches it straight into the box. And it's
hopefully we're going to see you guys in the second stanza of the season as well. A good day for Edo Queens. MMM, the 3 goal scorers, have their name with
Mahmoudou, sending it back to the middle of the park. And that very long cross links with Moses Esther, who makes a run. And it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. Sending it back to the middle of the park. And that very long cross links with Moses Esther, who makes a run. And it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. Free kick to be taken by Kafayat. Launches it straight into the box. And it's a Kafayat. Free kick to be taken by Kafayat. Launches it straight into the box. And it's a Bobaro sending it back to the middle of the park. And that very long cross links with Moses Esther, who makes a run. And it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. Bobaro sending it back to the middle of the park. And that very long cross links with Moses Esther, who makes a run. And it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. And Kafayat. Free kick to be taken by Kafayat. Launches it straight into the box. And it's a Kafayat. Free kick to be taken by Kafayat. Launches it straight into the box. And it's a Bobaro sending it back to the middle of the park. And that very long cross links with Moses Esther, who makes a run. And it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. Bobaro sending it back to the middle of the park. And that very long cross links with Moses Esther, who makes a run. And it's quite dangerous, and it's a goal for Edo Queens. And Kafayat. Free kick to be taken by Kafayat. Launches it straight into the box. And it's a Kafayat. Free kick to be taken by Kafayat. Launches it straight into the box. And it's a Akpobaro sending it back to the middle of the park. And that very long cross links with Moses